Hello, I'm Jenny Cockrell, CEO of National Real Estate Payments Corporation. I want to speak to the attorneys for a moment here today. We have an opportunity for attorneys who are looking to expand their real estate practice. We need attorneys who obviously have done real estate closings, maybe even attorneys who have done some trust work. So let me talk a little bit about our company and the things that we do and how we need attorneys in place to be able to carry out our programs. One, we were founded about 4 years ago. We realized that there were a lot of people who really wanted to buy a home but could not qualify for a mortgage. So, being the entrepreneur that I am, I continued to listen. And as we heard the same thing over and over, I realized that this was a need that needed to be met. It turns out that today, that's 60% of the population in South Carolina. 60% of the population do not qualify for a mortgage. There are many reasons why that is so. They're not all deadbeats, and they're certainly not all bad credit risk. But that is the state of real estate finance today. So we have been in business doing national real estate payments, developed this program for the last 4 years. I am also the founder of a real estate company in Greenville, South Carolina, and that company, again, was built by the customer, listening to what the customer's needs are. I'm just giving you a little background of who we are and how we got there and how these programs develop. Being a unique real estate company, we actually did a lot of contract for deed, you may call it bond for title or land contract, for people who couldn't get a mortgage. We've done that over the years. But as this has become more and more prevalent, and the more study that I've done on the subject, the more that we've created a more important program that I believe you will agree is in the best interest of all parties. All parties being the buyer, the seller, the real estate agents, and the administrator. We're the administrator, National Real Estate Payments. We're just like a processing management department in a bank. The difference is no bank, there's no money being loaned, so the seller is technically the bank because it's their asset that they're selling. And I'm sure you understand all that, but what we have created that we feel is in the best interest of all is, instead of doing a contract for deed or bond for title or land contract, I'm sure you're familiar with what some of the pitfalls of that could be. We believe that the safest way to produce this type of transaction for people, manage it until the buyer is able to get a mortgage and pay this off, is to create what is known as a land trust. A land trust is going to be protective, of course, for both buyer and seller, in the fact that the property deed is going to be held by the trustee. So we are looking for real estate attorneys who would like to be trained on using our program. We have 2 programs actually, Beat the Bank and Lease Option Pro. Those 2 programs allow for the property to be purchased by a buyer without a seller. The most important one is Beat the Bank, where the property would actually be transferred to the trustee, which would be the attorney's office, to be held for the duration of the contract. This would enable you, one, to be able to be the closing attorney initially, in creating the documentation and closing between buyer and seller initially. 2, being the trustee during the interim while we're administrating the contract, because once you close it in your office, it's sent to our office for management. We manage this contract for the duration. And 3, you would also be the closing attorney for when the buyer does a refi. And then, of course, you would be the trustee who transfers the trust into the buyer's name according to the agreement. So we're looking to talk to attorneys who really would like to expand their real estate practice and be able to include these programs in their offering. We would like to discuss this with you in more detail, please contact me or our in-house counsel, Joe Brown, and we look forward to speaking with you. Hope you have a great day.